confusion on my calendar, but I also didn't see you on there at 2. Were you there at 2:00?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. You were right front and center this time. So anyway, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How you doing today? Good?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I don't know why it's prompting me to enter all of my Facebook stuff, but
well, maybe it wants to share it just with the community.
okay.
So I think it's okay to do that. I've done the same. So
Awesome.
Hopefully we're out there. Now, for those that maybe are just coming in or have not seen our Pitch Investors Live app, I'd like to just give a quick overview, and then we're going to take it from there. And your name is Jamie?
Yeah, Jamie Lynn.
Okay, great. So and if you know, you may know this, but you may not. I'm the Kevin Harrington, original shark from the ABC TV show Shark Tank. I was on there a number of seasons and took a lot of pitches, over 150 segments that I did live when I did them, and then they were edited, and it was a great experience. And so the problem is Shark Tank has literally tens of thousands of people that come every year to try to get on the show. They only take a couple hundred. And so Pitch Investors Live is a really cool idea because it allows people to pitch. You know, I'm one of the original sharks, and we have our own set of sharks here, but investors, we have hundreds of investors looking for deals, ideas, inventions, products, services, etc. And I know your product, Jamie, involves the autism segment of the marketplace, I believe, correct?
Yeah, well, what's exciting about our product is it was founded off of the notion of helping children with autism in the service industry. But over the last 15 years of my career, it has helped the typical population. So neurotypical children is what we call them, ages 3 to 7 years old, to also read, spell, and type while repairing and encouraging neuroplasticity in their brain. So we've basically created some super genius children out of this product.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. So, yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is give us your name, your business, and then take a 2-minute pitch. Give me the overview, and then we're going to do some questions from there.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm Jamie Lynn Juarez, and I am the founder. This particular product is Your Child Can Type. I developed this, it's patent pending. So we have licensed it out to the nonprofits that I've developed, Hope Inc. Academy and Hope for Autism. So in my story, my son, when I was young, 22 years old, had a brain injury, and I just happened to be in graduate school specializing in education and clinical psychology. So I just went into action mode to help my son and founded some nonprofits, and we did about 30 million in gross in our nonprofits, and we've been pretty successful there. And then I needed to learn the business world because it is a Shark Tank for sure.
Yes.
And figure out how to protect my intellectual property. And so it was patented, and done some research at USC, the University of Southern California, on my doctoral work to ensure its quality and trying to get it into the marketplace.
Super. And so now how far along are you with the actual program, the product that you've created? It exists. Are you selling it? Where's it being sold? Walk me through. Have you got sales? What's the story now?
Yeah, so it's patented, and so we've licensed it back to our nonprofit, and that's where we generated about 30 million through the nonprofit. So we're a different business model. We're a private-public partnership. So in entering the marketplace, the business area, it's been a challenge for me because all of our revenues have been within the nonprofit place, and it's a tumultuous world in the autism community because a lot of it is founded on illegal denials of services through the school districts and the insurance companies. So we've been heavily involved in trying to rectify that through this product. So in the business model, we've only licensed it out to the nonprofit for $1. So the product itself isn't showing, the viability financially but it obviously is there through, a financial infrastructure that somebody understands private-public partnerships.
Is that $1 per unit sold or $1 total?
$1 total.
Okay. So there's no income for you from that, but you've got, do you get the benefit of the success that it's had? Is that part of what you do retain?
Yeah, I mean, in this process, it's been, a journey just philanthropically and as a researcher to help children and the education community at large, because there's a lot of red tape when it comes to providing products within the education world. There's
Right.
a stronghold on the marketplace. It's like a lot of industries, but it's very difficult to get into. So we've used it primarily to drive services, applied behavior analysis services, speech and language, physical therapy, occupational therapy. So those service models generate anywhere between $40,000 to $100,000 per child through either an insurance contract or a school district or a social service program. So a lot of the financial profitability is, red tape through those entities. So I created this product to bridge that gap as well, so we can license it. I pitched to ABC Mouse and Disney and Leapfrog. And so there's a way to be able to now license this where there can be a profitability within the actual product itself and change the world at the same time.
Okay. So let me understand. In my world of selling, coming off of infomercials, Tony Little Fitness and some of these, you see some of these, like Proactive wasn't one of my products, but it's a magical transformation before and after, after. What is the ideal before and after? And your product now has been designed for mass market. Is this for any kids? What's the age group from what to what?
So for the typical populations, it's 3 to 9 years old that we've collected data on, and we've looked at pre and post, in the scientific community. You call it transformation. We call it pre and post studies. So we've used brain maps. They're called quantitative electroencephalographs, where we hook up the 19 areas of the brain and we can check their brain functioning, the neuroconnectivity before and after. So we have the success of science behind us on that front. Then we also in the atypical, the special needs population, so children with autism, speech and language, intellectual disabilities, which is now 54% of the marketplace. So people that aren't familiar, business wise with what's going on, there is a huge opportunity here when it comes to transforming the entire population of the world. In America, 54% have one of these disorders now. So for that transformation, we use something called an IEP, an individualized education plan.
Right.
I won't get too technical, but that's the pre and post that we've used of, obviously we call them testimonials in the business world, but in our market of education and psychotherapy, we utilize these particular tools to see what the child was functioning at before and then after. And then I do have some samples to show you too on what the product looks like.
Okay. What does it sell for price wise?
The product itself right now is $27.99.
Okay, and what that is, and that's $27.99 is $2,799 or $27.99.
So it's $27.99 for the digital download. So we've created different versions. We have the digital download version where it just goes over digitally. The parents get the sheets, the game itself. They have to print them out, laminate them. It also comes with an app. So I do have a digital app that's on iOS. So they get the app as well, where it shows them how to play the game. And at the same time, kids on the iPad can play it, which is why ABC Mouse and some of these other entities have been interested in the licensing of it. So that sells for $27.97. If you want us to ship it to you right now, it's $97.99 because it's about a 50% markup. It requires us to, pay for the lamination, and this is what we need help with. This is why I'm pitching for a business partner. And in that model, I'm looking for 49%, 51%, just to maintain the integrity of the science.
Right.
But I haven't been the successful businesswoman in the for-profit space. I can run circles around people and developing IP and running nonprofits. But when it comes to your area, I need a partner.
Yes. Got it. Okay. So the it got somebody showed up at my door. I had to sign for some packages there. So, multifunctioning here today. But okay, so $27.99 sounds very inexpensive. Are there upsells? Are there other products that you sell on the back end of this, or?
Yeah, so we upsell. Our upsell is to provide the psychotherapy services, which range anywhere between $40,000 to $100,000 a client. So it's really like a lead gen, as well as, changing the whole family unit and repairing the child's brain. We also offer educational advocacy. So when children are being denied, and we sell that package for $997. So
right.
We'll come in, we look at their IEP, we see what's, lacking in the services. We have a team of lawyers. So there's a legal service on the back end too. So there's lots of upsells and back end, issues going on.
Hey, so I noticed one of the marketing pieces, it says, your child can type. Is that,
Yeah.
You teach 9-year-olds how to type? Is that one of the functions that's coming out of this?
Yeah, so I designed it multi-purpose. As I was learning the autism and the ADHD place, I wanted to optimize, obviously, time and resources and provide the best outcome. So I learned that through, everybody's typing. So it's kind of paradoxical. It's like your child can type. So if they're already typing, the neuroscience and the psychotherapeutic prototypes involved in it teach spelling and reading. So it will improve what they're already doing in their typing by teaching them the spelling and the reading at the same time and repairing the neuroplasticity. If your child can't type, it's your child can type. And the program will teach your child that has severe autism, like my son, who, if a typical person will come in and you try to get them to type, they can't do it. It requires this particular technology and the order and the operations of what the way that the keyboards are laid out and the game is played that optimizes their ability. So then it's the keys to unlocking the child's voice within. As child comes in, or adults, we've had adults in their 30s where parents have thought their children were completely incapable of communicating. And within an hour, we have them showing independently with nobody near them that they can actually type, that they've been reading and being able to spell everything in their environment that most people thought they weren't.
Hey, I'm 62 years old. I can't type, so maybe it'll work on me.
With the right investor, it can. That's the interesting thing. So it gets even better is I converted it into a language program. So when I had these children coming in with ADHD and the parents wanted to improve that symptom, I didn't want to treat them like they were 3 when they were 10. So I turned it into a language program. So it does come in Spanish right now. So parents were always excited about that. So it maintained the integrity of the human, the child, but it was teaching them a different language at the same time.
Yeah. So what I like about what you're doing, you're creating a low cost, as we call it in the world of building digital funnels, a lead magnet for $27.
Yes.
Right. So now have you built any funnels and run any ads to any funnels to try to track? Have you done that yet?
So that's interesting. I do have a funnel, and I did hire and invested in Bestsellers Publishing. Okay. And I know them over there.
I know.
And
Rob
so my
Cosgrove.
funnel's built. Yep. Yeah. So I published a book. So there is a book as well that comes. So it has a digital book we use as lead generation, Hope for Autism. And it's basically my training manual of 20 years. And so I hired them. So we do have the funnel built. Lawrence Aponte has been an amazing friend of mine. I went to school to try and learn marketing to do this myself. And essentially, like most inventors, run out of money and hit walls. So Lawrence and Bestsellers Publishing have helped me build a funnel, but we've never run any ads.
Okay. So that's exactly where you need to take this the next step. We need to get, if you could give me the okay and give them the okay to share information with me and my son, Brian. I know them very well. I see them in LA all the time. I'm actually going to be they're in Pasadena. I'm going to be out there in 2 weeks. So
I'm in Pasadena.
You're in Pasadena? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have some meetings out that way, so may end up seeing you out there. Okay.
Let's do it. I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
Hey, sounds great. I want to see the funnel where you left it, and then maybe we could put something together to get some traffic going to it, because I think that I would think people would want to buy something very inexpensive like this that could lead to great leads for you, right? So
Absolutely. Yeah.
that's what we got to do. We've got to take the lead magnet, which is what you've got, convert it so that we can then offer the core offer, which is the upsell into the bigger program. So, and you're looking for investors. Have you got a pitch for the investors at this point?
I do. I emailed it to you guys. So
Okay.
I did pitch to ABC Mouse and Disney. I'm waiting on a reply back from them. They're just in transparency, they're amazing. The CEO is wonderful of ABC Mouse, and they're interested in it as a reading program.
Okay, great.
Because it does, it improves the neuroplasticity. And this is like really exciting for, I think, any investor. I mean, of course it's my product, but I'm just waiting for a partner to jump on it, because I'm willing to give a very large percentage for somebody that can really just get it into the marketplace. It's personal to me. This is about my son and my personal patients and students. We've been working on this for 15 years, and we just really want to share it with the world. So I have the pitch sent over to you.
Okay, great. I want to see that. I want to introduce you to my son. I'm going to be in Pasadena in 2 weeks. Maybe we can meet there. I got a crazy day that day, but I'm thinking we can maybe make, even if it's just 20 minutes, just like we're doing today, it's Pitch Investors Live is all about making the connection. So I love to be able to follow up with people face to face after this. So this is it's a great, kind of a success for Pitch Investors Live, for you to be pitching me, and then a week or two later, we're sitting face to face, is a cool concept, right? So
it's very amazing.
I have two friends with autistic children, and I've been fortunate. I've got 2 boys, and I don't have that problem. But one of my boys may be able to use, some of the things that might be coming from this, because he's a little focus challenged, and we thought, does it work with ADHD and things like that? Did you say? Yeah. Yeah,
it does. It improves the neuroplasticity. I actually discovered the secret sauce, if you will, by becoming trained in something called CogMed, executive functioning and fast forward.
Yeah.
These are technology programs that have entered the marketplace through the medical world. They bypass the red tape, and they're making lots of revenue on those products. So when I got trained in those models, like most inventors, I thought, how do I make this better? As an artist mindset, so it's where I use their technology. So it does actually, you can't in the medical community say cure, but we have the research that shows those symptomologies vastly improve and dissipate.
Gotcha. What is your professional background again?
So my master's degree is in school counseling and marriage and family therapy. I'm a certified behavior analyst. I did a PhD in psych, and I went back to USC for a second doctorate in education.
Great. Super. That's fantastic. So very, very nice presentation. I want to see the written pitch, and let's, we're going to say tentatively, we'll try to get some, it's like the 28th or so of the month, I think, when I'm going to be out on the West Coast, but we'll confirm some things from there. We'll get some emails going back and forth. I'd like to see, online, I'll see the product. I'm leaving on Wednesday real early in the morning, so you probably won't be able to get me anything before then in terms of physical products, but I can
certainly email you what the family gets. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I can definitely send you the digital download. If you have an iPhone, it's on iOS. There is glitches in the app, with some of it needs to be improved upon, because it was all self-funded, and I ran out of money after about $1.5 million.
Gotcha.
That I invested in it myself. So just forewarning on the app.
But gotcha. No problem.
I'll send it to
Fantastic.
You.
Well, Jamie, thank you today for a great enlightening opportunity here. It sounds like it's great for not only parents that need it, the kids that need it, and the community, the whole universe. So hopefully we can come together in some fashion, and I look forward to following up before the end of the month. Okay. We good? Can you hear me? I think I just lost you, but I'm going to say goodbye and thank you very much, Jamie. Bye-bye.